Well, hello there. I'm Caleb with DIY Bonsai. Today I'm going to show you how to make this training pot out of a planter tray that I got from the dollar store. This video will include step-by-step instructions on how I made this pot, as well as tools that you will need to make this happen. For more details, check out the links in the description. Now, you might ask, what is a training pot? And that's a great question. For me, a training pot is low and it's wide, because in most styles of bonsai, we want to have smaller trees in thinner pots that are a little bit wider to show off that root structure. So this is an ideal training pot for me because it's not show quality. This isn't ready to go out for a show. It's just something that I'm going to use to train my pots, or to train my plants. But the nice thing about this one, and why it stood out to me, is it has these feet. And the feet help it to sit up off of the table or the surface a little bit to allow for water to escape. A lot of planter trays that you get like this have this rim right here is the only thing that sits on the ground, and it doesn't have this gap below the bottom of the tray and whatever surface you're setting your plant on. So that makes this an ideal training pot, the ability to get it up off the ground a little bit and allow water to escape. Not to mention the fact that it cost me $1. Now I already had the tools I needed to make this happen, but I think that this could be relatively attainable even if you don't use the same tools I have. What I'm using in terms of tools today are a drill, a paddle bit. This one happens to be 3/4 of an inch. You might need a different size. This just happens to be the right size to fit in the recessed areas of my planter tray. A smaller drill bit, and this one is about 1/4 of an inch. I have some pliers, that's to pull off the wheels. You might find it useful to have a screwdriver for the same purpose. They will either work, either one will work. It's not a big deal either way. I've got some blocking. This is to put underneath the tray so that when I'm drilling into it, I don't drill more holes into the table. One thing I forgot to mention is you might want something to clean up the holes a little bit. The drill bit leaves kind of a ratty, torn hole, and the blocking that I'm using will help to reduce that, but it doesn't eliminate it completely. And so maybe an X-Acto knife or a utility knife will help to keep that clean or to clean up the holes once you're done drilling. You are also probably wondering why I'm doing this inside. It's February here and it's cold, so I'm indoors, but the missus doesn't know we're in here taping, so we're gonna hurry up and get this done. So again, this is a tray from the dollar store. It's a garden collection planter trolley. It's got wheels on the bottom that we're just gonna take off. So pliers, screwdriver, pull them up just like that, no big deal, into the garbage because we don't need those. A pair of pliers works the same way. I'm just getting in here, pulling on it, gone. And there's another one. And the last one. Cool. There are some stickers that we can remove. So I used to think that these stickers were easy to get off. It takes me a few seconds because I've got big fat fingers. Through the magic of editing, sticker gone. Now, I'm going to use the 3/4 inch paddle bit first because I've got it in the drill. You can do the outside holes first, it doesn't matter. Remember to use eye protection and hearing protection. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm putting the middle of the paddle bit in this recessed area, and then I'm going to drill carefully through there to make sure that there's a hole for water to drain out. Here we go. As I'm drilling, I'm working the bit back and forth to make sure that there's an even contact with the surface. It's possible to break these if you push too hard, so that's one of the things I'm trying to be cautious of. That's one hole. That's two. There's three. And 4. If you're following along with me, you should should have something to look something like that. Again, these have kind of a ragged edge that we'll clean up. I'll try and use the screwdriver for a little bit. Too hard, I'm giving that up. We'll be using a utility knife on that in a minute. We're switching drill bits to my 1/4 inch drill bit. Now I'm going to make a few holes around the outside. It doesn't matter to me how many holes, but I'm going to have at least 6, say. So I'm just going to try and evenly space them around the outside. Here goes. Okay, well, this is interesting. It's actually not drilling a hole here, it's heating them up and pushing a hole through. I don't like the way that's turning out. I'm going to switch to a different drill bit. I must have just grabbed one that was really dull. So here goes with another attempt at a fresh drill bit, or with a fresh drill. Better. It's not perfect, but it's better. So, again, some of these holes aren't perfect, they're not ideal. I'm going to be cleaning those up with a utility knife in a few minutes. But that is almost a completed pot. So, in a few minutes with a drill and a couple of drill bits, I was able to make this dollar store pot into a training pot that is really legitimately something I'm going to use for my bonsai. Pretty exciting stuff. If you like this video, I'm going to show you in another video, I'll put a link in the description, how I turned this dollar store pot into a training pot for bonsai as well. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.